I mean, first of all, prisons are not free. So when you put somebody in jail, somebody's got to pay for that jail. Somebody's got to build the jail. Somebody's got to maintain the jail. Somebody's got to provide the clothing, provide the food. Somebody's got to secure the jail. Somebody's got to make the food. And, it's basically like a hotel that's just lower class. It's like a 0.1 star hotel that these people are shipped off to, and they can't leave the hotel. But it runs the same way. There's hospitality there. There's a canteen there. There's an economy there and all that sort of stuff. There's work that they have to do. So first of all, jails are not free. They're paid for by taxpayers. They're paid for by you and I. So I said that to him first. Wait a second. Prisons are paid for. They're not free. So you're saying, so I gave him an example. He's got a son, and I said to him, well, what if somebody raped and murdered your son? Do you think it's just for you to now have to pay for that person to be accommodated, for that person to be served, for that person to be secured, for that person to be clothed and fed? That's not justice. Right? I mean, justice is not somebody kills one of your kids and now you have to pay for them for the rest of their life. That's why God has capital punishment or restitution, because if it's something that can be paid back, you are paid back. But if it's something that cannot be paid back and warrants the death penalty, that person is put to death. Prison is not a just way to punish somebody. It's not even a humane way to punish somebody, because if you put them in jail for the rest of their life, that's so cruel and unusual and unhumane to lock somebody in a prison just for smoking some plant that you don't agree with. But if they're in prison for a crime that's worthy of the death penalty, why should somebody pay for them to be put in that prison? So I sort of explained this to him and said, I don't think that's fair that you have to pay for them. And then he sort of changed and said, well, you know what, maybe for some crimes, like the death penalty is warranted, but not for drugs. And I'm like, well, I kind of agree with you. So, I don't think, number one, it's fair that we have to pay and clothe these people that are worthy of the death penalty. And if they're not worthy of the death penalty, then it's inhumane to keep them locked up for so many years for doing a crime that they should either be beaten for or make restitution for.